How's everybody out there in YouTube land today? I hope this finds you well. We got a whole bunch of people out there lined up in the chat room. I've got a co-host sitting in for Matt tonight. That it is Al Kilroy, live from Texas. We're glad to have Al with us tonight. Let's see who we got out here in the chat. We got Corkboard TV. That's Scott. We're glad to have you with us. Luana Pierce is out there tonight. We got Awesome Wood Things. That is my normal cohort. Well, can you call him normal?
No,
I don't think we can call him normal.
Sorry, Matt. I know you're out there.
That's my regular. I'll just call it regular co-host, Matt Haas. And
irregular?
He's off tonight. I mean, he's off now.
No, wait a second. Just tonight?
Well, at least for tonight, because see, he contacted me yesterday and let me know that they finally got his surgery date opened up for that sex change operation thing that he'd been trying to get. It's going to be Maddie Haas, the awesome Maddie Haas from now on, and. So I got out of surgery yesterday and they turned him loose today. And Lord have mercy.
Yes.
So, well, Matt's out there recuperating, Maddie. We're glad that Maddie could join us tonight to recuperate from that kind of surgery. Everybody's going to want to know now, what size of them did you get? Because
oh my gosh, do we have to go there?
did you get you some double D's or what'd you get, Matt?
Oh,
he knew that it was going to be rough. Oh, well, now that may or may not be true. But that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Bless his heart. I'm tough on him. Jim Dockrell's in the house. Good to have Jim with us tonight.
Did you say Luana Pierce? Say hello to Luana Pierce.
Hey, Luana Pierce. Yeah, I know what Luana wants.
And there's Big Jim out there.
She wants a little cowbell. West Haven, always and forever, is in the house. Good to have you with us this evening. What we do here on this show, for anybody who may not know, if you tune in late or, if you're new joining us or whatever, we do these awesome facts, usually true. We like them if they're true. And if you blow our minds with your facts, we'll give you, I'll give you a cowbell ring. Al, what are you going to give them? Our dime?
A nasal spray squirt?
You can give them that, salute thing that you got.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Give them a salute. And they're free, Hey, we like free stuff, don't we?
I can give double ones, too.
Okay.
And then I can even include a heart in there.
There you go. And so we do that here. Jimbo 5312. My dyslexia is acting up. Glad to have Jimbo with us this evening. Mark Lindsay just joined us. Glad to have Mark in the house. No, this is my fill-in tonight. We got Al with us this evening while Matt's recuperating from his sex change operation. And
I'm not really the fill-in. I'm probably the bad tooth that's aching.
Poor Matt. He didn't know what he was getting involved with when he got involved with me, did he? I remember first time Al said that he'd sit in here on my show, he asked me if we had a format. And I started laughing.
Yeah.
Format.
Is there a script? Is there?
We don't need no stinking format. So anyway, we do the facts, and if you would like for us to pull your channel up here on the big screen, we can do that so everybody can see what you're doing over there on your channel. And let's see, we network, check out everybody's channels and see what everybody else is doing. If you like what you see over there, hit that red button. It's important to hit them red buttons because red buttons are evil and we don't like red buttons around here. So
get a thumbs up.
turn them red buttons gray, and thumbs up on this. Share it. Get everybody you know in here. Let's load this place up. We'll rock the Casbah tonight. Joyce McGuire's in the house. Did you know Joyce McGuire? Al?
Joyce McGuire. The name sounds real familiar.
Joyce McGuire has a channel with her bird. She's got cockatoos up there on her channel. And my cockatiel Fred is in love with her cockatoo, Miss Becky.
No, I'd love to see it though. Are you gonna showcase it in any way? Or
well, if she'd like for us to, we can put it up here on the screen and take a look at Joyce's channel. Fred is crazy over Miss Becky. And when I play them videos, you should see Fred. He goes absolutely nuts. He's in love with her.
See that?
Well, no, Fred's in the other room. He's being quiet right now. I had to move the studio clear to the other end of the house to get away from Fred because he thinks he wants to be center of attention.
Yeah.
But he's crazy about Miss Becky. So I say that Joyce is Fred's mother-in-law, whether she wants to be or not. Oh, let's see here. Have we got anybody else new? I don't think I missed anybody coming in. I've got Heiferbot running tonight. Heiferbot's throwing out all kinds of information there in the chat. So keep an eye on Heiferbot, everybody, and she'll tell you stuff you need to know.
Heiferbot is wanting more cowbell.
Heiferbot wants more cowbell. Well, what Heiferbot wants, Heiferbot gets.
More cowbell. If you guys haven't seen Brenda's advice, oh my gosh, it's back and it's even better. You need to go look at it. You need to watch the videos. Eyes bugging out.
Yeah, they have her eyes bug out, and she gets her makeup on there. She gets her big black circles around her eyes and presses her nose up against the glass, and she got her horns all polished up.
Mark says not to do anything important. He's gonna go get some coffee.
Like there's a danger of that happening here. Oh my. Well, we took last week off because it was Thanksgiving, and I just kind of laid around here all day waiting for it to be over with. When you don't have family and stuff like that, it's just kind of another day of the week. Me and the dogs and the bird just kind of piled up here and let it pass by. But I could hear some traffic out front because I've got that big old church next door, so there's a lot of activity and stuff going on over there. And so we got Thanksgiving over with, and we're staring at Christmas and the holiday with, everything that everybody likes to celebrate, Festivus. You got your Festivus tree up, Al?
Festivus. You know what? I can honestly say I was listening to you talk about Festivus, and I, being, well, I'm not really an academic, but I like Wikipedia. Mm-hmm. And I looked it up on Wikipedia, and I didn't realize it came from Seinfeld. Mm-hmm. And I saw that poor old tree, that Festivus tree. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and see, if you just got a stick, if it's just a stick, and you put it on a little platform, and then you can decorate that stick any way you want. You can leave that stick sitting in the living room year round, and at whatever holidays come up, you can just decorate it for that holiday.
Yes.
I think that's a good idea.
It would be. It would be. It's. I mean, think of all the money you save, from not having to buy it. And one thing I learned is that it's December 23rd, which was kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm in for another holiday. I can handle that. And, I mean, it's good. I can do that.
And if you have a cat, you just put carpet on the Festivus pole and stick a box up there on the top of it, on a little platform on the top that the cat can climb in and out of. And then you can, cat trees can now be called Festivus trees.
Festivus trees, yeah. And that's when you said that about the cat. I was going, yeah, what?
There's some people, I guess, that don't have any problem with their cats climbing trees. But now I've had indoor cats, and anytime I've had a tree and an indoor cat, if there's a tree there, that cat's going to climb it.
Yeah, and the cat always tells me, and usually it's the dog, especially if it's a bigger dog, that don't know what happened. The tree just fainted.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah, it just fell over. And don't have glass bulbs on your tree if you got a pet. Lord have mercy. You're going to have the awfulest mess ever was. I made that mistake the first year that I had a pet in the house with the Christmas tree. And no, never again. It's always plastic or cloth, or, you do something different. You don't
Right.
use glass, because you're going to have glass every place.
I was having a friend of mine this morning, a discussion with him, and he was talking about in this one home that he's gone to. There's this lady that has a Christmas tree with doors around it. And so basically she sets it up, and then closes the doors, and you don't see it during the year. She opens it up during Christmas time. And I thought, that's a fantastic idea.
I have thought about that with my upstairs, because I've got windows that face the street on the upstairs of my house. And I thought, I don't use the upstairs of the house that much, and I'm the only one here. So I can set the tree up upstairs, and then when Christmas is over, I can just pull the blinds on that window.
Exactly. There you go.
And nobody sees it until, the next year when I raise the blinds back up.
What's the difference between that and leaving your lights out all year long and just turning them on during Christmas?
That's right. There you go. So, I think that, we can dumb this down and make this real simple.
I think we did it with Festivus.
But people like to make way too much out of it, I think. It's like, oh, Lord, we got to go get the tree, and then they bring a tree that from a live lot into their house. It's full of bugs and, has to be trimmed up and never get it even and all that, or you got one that you had up in the attic and, it's been beat to death and it looks like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. And so I think people just make way too much out of this. I think we just do a Festivus tree and just leave it up, and we can decorate it for each season.
Hey, yeah, change the colors. It could be green for St. Patrick's Day. It is green, I guess, but
yeah, you got Valentine's Day. We can do it pink and red and white, and then you got 4th of July, red, white, and blue, and
yes.
I mean, you can just decorate any way you want for any holiday that you got.
You could probably take and wrap it in some programmable LEDs. I think I've got. There's these rolls of LEDs that are a little flat. You can use that on your tree, and then use one of these little remote controls to actually change the color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
For the different. There you go. The lights instantly changed.
Yep.
Mind blown.
Not that much different from back in the old days when you had those discs. You remember the disc that you used to aim at the Christmas tree that went around?
It would rotate.
Yeah, it would rotate and change color, different colors. And then you had the foil tree. Remember the aluminum Christmas trees?
You mean the one made out of aluminum foil?
Yeah. Well, it's aluminite or something. I don't know. But it had the big feathery.
Well, we could really afford a tree, so my mom would get, some branches, and we would take Reynolds aluminum foil.
Okay.
And we would put it on the tree, and then it would be a tree, and then we would decorate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I asked if you meant the aluminum foil tree.
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah.
We never done that before?
Yeah, we had a store-bought tree that was, I guess they call it aluminite, and it had the fluffy branches on it with the stuff that looked kind of like aluminum foil, and feathery-looking branches, and then you decorate that with all kinds of things. And when I was real little, we would get live trees, but that was kind of short-lived. I don't think that lasted too long, us getting live trees. Matt was saying out there in the chat that he's taking the day off from Mind Equals Blown because he's recovering from surgery. I told him that.
You told him more than that, Brenda.
Matt, honey, just go ice down your new Hooters.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God love him. Jim Dockrell says he has to watch the Charlie Brown Christmas yet. Yeah, they're gonna have all that stuff. I've flipped through channels and I've seen that. I've already got It's a Wonderful Life has been playing on TV. You know, I thought maybe that they'd wait a while, but of course it is up in December now. We've only got 20 days till Christmas, so you know, I guess okay. I don't know. I'm thinking probably a week before Christmas would be plenty soon enough to be playing all that stuff, but okay.
I heard some today. As
And,
I'm in the toilet department when I'm getting the flush valve for our toilet, which is a whole other story. But I was sitting there walking down and I was listening to Christmas music. It actually sounded really good, to be honest.
mm-hmm. Jim Docker said he's never had a live tree after you cut them down, they're dead.
Yep.
Well, it depends. If you dig them up, bald and burlapped. You know, they bring them in bald and burlapped. You stick them in a big wash tub in the front room and decorate them up for Christmas. And then after Christmas, you take them out and you bury them and put the roots in the ground.
By the way, because of the demand on hemp, CBD oil, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
There could be a shortage of Christmas trees.
What does Christmas trees have to do with it?
Well, it's quicker. They've got to raise a Christmas tree for like 10, 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the crop for the hemp just is so much quicker. So there's more profit in it.
Oh, okay. So they're doing away with Christmas trees to put hemp in the ground. I see. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be decorating a big old marijuana bush.
There you go. Well, and not
let it dry out after Christmas. Yeah. Everybody will be happy the rest of the year.
Merry Christmas.
That's right. We'll find a way to make everybody jolly one way or another.
There you go. And by the way, for those of you that see me sipping on this is not an adult beverage or anything. This is orange juice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. That's his story, and he's sticking to it. Now, me, I'm just drinking water. You know, I'm just plain old bottled water. Mm. That's my thing. You know, I read more and more stuff all the time about pop and how poisonous it is. And I drank that stuff for years and years. And I finally figured out that, yes, it's not good for you. And it was really ripping on my system. And so I quit drinking pop. And I've kind of weaned off of everything except juice and water since. But, man, I tell you what, they keep advertising the hell out of that pop. And everybody keeps going out and buying it and poisoning their system with that stuff. I don't know. How long is it going to be before they finally outlaw it? Maybe when Coca-Cola and them don't have no pull on the government anymore.
Coca-Cola prohibition. Did that happen in New York or something? They I think they made the size of cups smaller. If not, you'd get fined or something like that.
Oh, they was charging tax on, you know, if you bought the jumbo size. One of the states, I'm not sure if it was New York or where it was, but yeah, they was charging tax if you bought bigger sizes. So people started buying all their pop across the state line. Is what I read about it. But that stuff ain't good for you. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that ain't good for you, but pop really is not good for you with all the chemicals and stuff.
Taxed big gulps.
Yeah.
Jim Bashir says. I thought I saw Jim Bashir's out there as Jim Bashir's, and now I see him as Driveway Workshop with Jim Bashir's.
He morphs.
Yeah, must.
He morphs. And then we've also got Mr. Doughboy 356 in the house, and Portal Woodworks. David's in the house. So good. Glad to have all of you with us this evening. You never know what we're going to do here. Lord have mercy. And just in case y'all that came in late don't know, Matt's not here tonight because he had sex change surgery.
Oh, my gosh. Did you kick? Oh, my gosh.
NorCal's in the house. Good to have NorCal here this evening. Oh, bless your heart, David. Thank you very much for we don't have the lights tonight, but I'll dance for you.
Gosh, I don't have any noisemaker thing. I need a cowbell, Brenda. There you go. Heiferbot says more cowbell.
Yeah, David wants to know where Matt is. He had sex change surgery. He's home now. He's resting. He's got his new Hooters ice down, and hopefully he'll be back next week. The swelling goes down. He can get close to the desk there. It's going to be Maddie. Maddie Haas.
Mr. Doughboy says, Matt tired of the tuck. What does that mean?
Oh. I don't know. Oh, my goodness. But now, see, people think, Lord, how she talks about him. I do that because he's my friend. When you're my friend, I do that. If I don't like you, you're really in trouble with what I say.
I got something that's going to make some noise.
Repeat after me, kid. Hakuna Matata.
There we go. That's my noisemaker.
And it just keeps going.
Repeat after me, kid. Hakuna Matata.
Kiss your what?
Makuna Patana?
Frankie CNC's in the house.
The great life. Repeat after me, kid. Hakuna Matata.
That's what Al does to the students there at the school. He wants an answer. He says, I asked you a question, thunk.
Right.
I'm telling you, kid. This is the great life.
Thank you for the sticker, Luana. I appreciate that. Lord have mercy. Look at there. That wobbler. She sent me a cool wobbler. And she wants, say, where did I put him? I don't even know where I put him now. He got away. There he is. She wants little cowbell.
Jim, I'm not going there, okay? I'm not going there at all. Mark says you'll be hakunoing your own matata around here, Al.
Repeat after me, kid. Hakuna Matata.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh, my goodness
I'm
gracious.
telling you, kid. This is the great life.
Can anyone tell me what this is? Or the significance of this?
It looks like some kind of a weasel or something.
Yeah.
Weasel on a log.
Yeah, and it looks like it has this little piece right here, and it looks like it goes in another little notch, kind of. Yeah, like that. Like maybe you can put some of them together.
Yeah, that could be.
Somebody with
I'm
kids,
telling you, kid.
but that's all it says.
It probably came out of like one of them Happy Meals or something where they had like a whole set of them that you could put together.
Yeah, I don't even know how I got it.
Mr. Doughboy said it's something from Lion King.
Oh, it is. Okay. Something for Lion King. Yeah, I don't watch Disney movies. I rarely watch movies. It's usually Netflix binging for me.
Yeah, I don't even do that. I mean, once in a very great while, I'll watch a movie, but it's rare that I ever watch them anymore. And it better be something funny. I like the funny movies.
It's the character from the movie that made the phrase Hakuna Matata popular. Oh, I got you. I got you. The little. Oh, I'm thinking what Jim Dockrell said earlier.
Jim Dockrell said the name of it's Timon.
Timon, huh? You know, that does say Lion King back there. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah.
Didn't they teach you how to read?
No, it's blurry. I can't see it.
Well, that's why I always have one of these laying around. They keep making the print on the packages smaller and smaller and smaller until I got to get big eyes in order to be able to read what the heck they got on the packages now. Lady Di Slots came in. Hey, Lady Di, good to have you.
That's a good idea, Brenda.
Yep. I've got one of these in every room of the house now. And, people say, well, just get you some reading glasses. Look, I've had reading glasses, and they're just such a pain in the tail to mess with. You can't see where you're going with them, to wear them. You have to just put them on to read, or you're falling over everything and busting your shins. Oh, Jim says that it is pronounced Tim-own. Timon.
Timon, huh?
Yes.
And Mark is saying that he's a cultural infidel. Last movie he saw in the theater was The Rain Man. Before that, you've had to go back to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Yeah, I saw it actually.
The last movie I saw in a theater, I don't remember the name of it. I know what it was though. It was that weird one that they had on TV for a while where they started in the middle of the series. It was that fantasy thing that had that crazy girl in it. You know which one I'm talking about, where she'd go ape shit ballistic on people, and you don't
I don't remember.
And then
I don't.
It became so popular that they had to put the very first version of it out in the movie theaters for people to see.
Or
the first episode.
No.
I want to say her name was Rain, the girl in it. She was crazy. I mean, they'd had her locked up in the mental institutions, and they'd filled her full of drugs and everything. And these guys went out to rescue her, and it was her brother and some other fellow went out and got her rescued, and they
Gilmore Girls?
No, in the spaceship. Yeah. It was a space movie. That's why I thought you'd know the name of it. It was one of them fantasy
things. Space movie.
Yeah. Where they was chased around the galaxy trying to rescue this crazy girl. Trying to keep these guys from getting her back once they got her. And
come on, somebody needs to tell us what Brenda's trying to tell us.
I can't remember the name of the show now, but I love the show when they had the show on, and then they put that in the theaters on the first episode of it. I thought, well, I'd like to see what got this whole thing going in the first place. So I went to the theater to watch that. This is the last one I've gone to.
Jim Bashir says Alien?
No.
Okay.
No. It was the one with the young girl. She had long, dark hair, and she's crazy. She's nuts.
Lady Di says Starship?
No, it wasn't a comedy, Jeff. It was a fantasy space movie.
Says Spaceballs.
No, it wasn't Carrie.
Yeah, Matt was feeding the rumor, wasn't he? I kind of.
Matt got a brand new pair of shiny Hooters. That's why he's not on the show tonight. So now, Al, this puts you on notice.
he put Twin Peaks, by the way. I don't know if you saw that, but
that's Matt's story.
Oh my goodness gracious! Lord have mercy.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Oh Lord, not that I know of. I did see that one. I'm not big on any of those drama type movies. I like comedies. Brass House or Shiny Hooters.
So let's have a vote if you guys don't mind. 1, if Die Hard is a Christmas movie in the chat, and 2, if Die Hard is not a Christmas chat. How about that for about 10 seconds? Okay, and I'm starting it now. 10 seconds.
They need to have movies like Chevy Chase doing some kind of a Christmas vacation movie.
Okay, 10 seconds is up. Brenda put a 2 in, and there's 3 other 1s. So there's your answer. Shut up, Tyler.
Jim says, "Can I vote twice? I'm by Chicago."
Why not? You got 2 accounts. NorCal goes 111.
They've got so many Christmas movies out now. You got the Charlie Brown, you got the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the Frosty the Snowman, the Wonderful Life. There's just tons and tons of all kinds of Christmas movies out there.
There's Star Wars.
Star Wars has a Christmas movie.
Aren't they coming out in December? This is December. No, I guess not. It's already came out. Time Warp, I guess. No, I'm just joking.
I heard that the new Star Wars movie is awful. I didn't watch, I think, the last one that they came out with because I was so disgruntled over the one even before that.
It's funny. They showed a picture of Luke in his younger years, and they showed a picture of Luke in his older years. And this was a meme, but the deal was the belt was pulled up down here on younger Luke, and it was way up here on new on old Luke. Check that out if you guys happen to see that.
The last one I watched was where he was at the very end of the movie where they climb up the mountain, and he was at the very top of the mountain up there, being, I don't know, a guru or something up there in his solitude at the very end of the movie. That's the last one I've seen. I don't know how far back that was, but yeah, I wasn't real thrilled with anything in that movie. It wasn't like the old ones, when they first come out. And I don't know, when they first came out with the Star Wars movies, I enjoyed them. And I don't know whether it was because of the content of the movie or because I was just younger then and it was new.
Yes.
Maybe it's as I get older, I get a little bit more jaded about the garbage they come out with or something. And
by the way, here's the image that I was trying to show you of both Luke standing by each other.
Okay. You pull it up here and I'll share it.
Excuse me. Yeah, Luke Skywalker has changed, like all of us, quite a bit through the years.
Jim Bashir says he thinks Disney happened to it, and that could be too.
Yeah, could.
After Walt Disney passed away and the new guys took over, they ruined Disney as far as I'm concerned. I don't watch anything Disney anymore.
But look at those two outfits.
Well, you got to share it.
I did.
No,
I didn't.
No, because if you shared it, then I could click on it and put it up here on the screen. I'm waiting for you.
I thought I just did.
Lord, we're going to send you in for sex change.
Is it not there? Right there.
No, it's not showing up.
I can even click to it from there.
Well, it's not coming up here for me to share it.
Oh, for you to share me. Is that what you want me to do it?
You have to.
There it is right there.
Me, and then I have to share it, but it's not showing for me to share.
There you go.
No. Oh, you're giving me a link over here.
Well, yeah, I was giving the link, but now I've got it up on my monitor, and you want me to share that? That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah. If you want to share it, go ahead and share it. Hit down there at the bottom of the screen. It says share screen.
That's what I'll do.
And you do that, and then I'll put it up here so everybody can see it.
There it is. There we go.
There it is.
I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, they've lost his waist entirely, didn't they?
Yeah. You're getting old when you wear your belt above your belly button.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just found humor in that for some reason.
Oh, Lord. Jim Bashir says, stop arguing, you two. Well, there's no argument about it because we're going to send Allie in for sex change tomorrow.
Yeah, West Haven always and forever says that's the awesome. That's the new Star Wars look. Look.
He says, man, he didn't age well. Most of those actors don't. I don't know if it is the long hours they put in or the drugs that they take behind the scenes or, what, but they messed themselves up.
I think it's called old age.
Mark wants to know how long we've been married. Apparently they think we bicker like an old married couple.
We do? Oh.
That's that seems to be the consensus.
Well, I think we're getting old. That's the bickering.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Some people call me cranky, and I okay.
I just call it keep your distance.
But seriously, some people, and this sounds like a cliche, can't stand the truth. They can't handle the truth.
That's right. I'm a pretty patient individual. I'll just let somebody have a lot of rope to hang themselves with, but by George, when they hit the end of that rope.
Yep. Agreed.
Luana says she blames the estrogen in the hamburgers. Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, is 68 years old. Look this good at 68, you will not.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm not too terrible far from that myself, and I'd like to think I look a little bit better than that, but hey. What I think and what other people think might be two different things.
Is 68 years old. Look this good at 68. You will not.
Oh, yeah, they got, I guess, a little Yoda now, a baby Yoda. I've heard a lot of people talking about it on the Facebook. It must be something in this new movie or something.
There's been so much stuff happening around here. Oh my goodness. There's a Baby Yoda merchandise. Be wary, you must.
They was asking on Facebook today, somebody was, about which was better. They had some other little little baby alien thing that must be big in some other movie, or the Baby Yoda. And I don't know, because I don't watch them movies, so beats me. Hey, did you hear the joke about butter?
No. What about butter?
Well, I can't tell you, it might spread.
Oh. Is that Baby Yoda?
Yeah, that might be a Baby Yoda.
How come his arm? Oh, there we go. Look at that.
So they make the disc rise and fall in the tube.
Yes. Can't hardly move his arm, though.
He's a little stiff.
Well, at his age, that's about as good as it's going to get.
Oh. Now, has everybody shared this out? You all hit the like button and you shared out this thing so that everybody can get in here and see what's going on. Nobody's saying anything in the chat. Maybe they're checking out each other's channels or something. Jeff Robinson wants to know if they had Medicare back in Star Wars days. I just barely have it now, from what I understand, to keep cutting the benefits and stuff off on the Medicare, and you got to get more and more supplements and stuff to it. Jeff Robinson says Baby Yoda is part of a new series that started in November. Only 4 episodes so far. What is it, like a cartoon thing, Jeff, or is it? I don't really understand. I thought it might be part of the movie. I have to wait for Jeff to tell us. Everybody got a lot of Christmas parties and stuff coming up this month. And we're at the 5th. You got 20 days now till Christmas Day. So if you got company Christmas parties or stuff like that, I imagine you'll be going, won't you? Pretty soon. Jim Dockrell says, meanwhile, in Canada, they're thinking about universal farm care and dental. I don't think there's much danger of that ever happening here, but hey, I could be wrong. I'd hate to think of what the pharmacy would be like if they get that here, considering how bad the pharmacies are right now with their service. Any of you on my Facebook, you already know how I feel about pharmacies today. It's a bone of contention with me. Mark Lindsay says he still has Christmas presents to make. It's going to be tight. Well, now, Mark, you're going to be like me. You're going to be making them year round and storing them in closets and marking them on what box has what in it. And then my house is like a warehouse. I never have a problem coming up with gifts for people. I don't have to go out and buy gifts because I've got so much stuff made up. I just love to make stuff and love to be creative, so I just store it away. Nathan T just vlogged this, is in the house. Hello all. I'm at work, can't stay, but dropped in to say howdy and give a big thumbs up. Have a great stream. Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate it.
Nathan.
Bless his heart. He's a good feller down there in Tennessee. He has a nice channel. Y'all ought to check his channel out. He had a lot of Halloween stuff. It used to be Nathan's Halloween whatever. And then after Halloween, he changed the name of his channel. Mark Lindsay said, I do that.
He's been to Corky's. I'm looking at his channel, by the way.
Okay.
Big tomatoes, too.
Mark said that that's why he only has 4 to make and not 14. Well, yeah. Jeff says that Medicare C and F is changing in April 2020. If you have it now, you're grandfathered. Say, I don't have it yet. I've got a couple more years to wait on that. Be lucky if they even have Medicare by the time it gets to me.
That's coming. Yeah. I've got a little helper here.
You got a helper?
Yeah. She's right there. Let me see if I can do this with a Terry microphone.
There she is.
There she is. There she is. There she is. Oh.
I've got one good helper and one evil helper.
I think they're both rolled up into her.
My evil helper has been on my last nerve. I ain't had sleep in 2 nights now because she's decided she wants to go ape shit crazy in the middle of the night and make me nuts, in and out and up and down and round and whine and moan, and it's be daylight. She goes to sleep. She's like a vampire. An entire Lord of the Rings set washed down a river during a flood, according to Luana. How would you like to have that wash up on your beach?
What wash up?
A Lord of the Rings set. I guess when they was filming, a flood come along and washed one of their sets away. How would you like
that type of set. I was thinking set of books or set of rings, or I get it now.
Would you like to go out on your beach and find all that stuff laying around on your beach?
Yeah, you walk out and you're in Mordor.
Yeah. I keep opening doors to closets waiting for Narnia.
There's this little guy going, my precious.
I'm waiting for Narnia, you know. I'm thinking one of these days the portal's going to come through and Brenda just
like Scott Bakula.
And everybody's going to wonder, where'd she go? Hey, I'll be in Narnia.
I think it'd be kind of cool to portal from one place to the other, like leap of faith. That would be decent. Can you imagine waking up and you're somebody else, but you're still the same person?
Well, now, that could be a blessing. There's days where I have woke up and wished that I was somebody else, you know. And every day I wake up and I think, well, I'm above ground again.
Yeah, that's a plus. That's a plus for sure.
I don't know why, but I'm still here. Oh. Say, Luann says Betty White's older than ballpoint pens, trampolines, and sliced bread.
How old sliced bread?
I don't know.
Because after a while, it gets kind of crusty, doesn't it?
They had sliced bread as long as I can remember. We was always able to go to the store and buy a loaf of sliced bread. Jeff Robinson said he'd love for all that gold to wash up on his doorstep. Are you staring out into Narnia?
Yeah, I'm reading the chat, trying to get a handle on something. She's copying and pasting. Only I do not own any of these facts. Oh, I get it now. I was trying to see what facts she was putting on there.
And you teach school.
Well, I'm not teaching school right now.
That's what you just tell him. So you get that check at the end of the week.
Hey, I've been promoting Wikipedia, and for some reason people don't like that, especially in the academic world.
Years ago, I lost all faith in Wikipedia when it said in Wikipedia that there were no antelopes in the United States. I'm like, no, I just can't. And this all came up on ham radio, where one of the ham radio operators asked me one night, he said, why in that song do they say home on the range?
Where the antelope roam.
Yeah. And because there are no antelope in the United States. And I said, what's wrong with you? And he said, what do you mean? And I said, where are you getting your information? And he says, from Wikipedia. And I looked it up. Sure enough, on Wikipedia, it said there were no antelopes in the United States. And I'm like, oh my.
Now I am fact checking this.
They may have changed it now.
Yeah.
This has been several years ago, but I'm like, Lord.
No. Oh, the black buck. It's not antelope, it's black buck.
Well, it used to say antelope because I looked it up back in the day.
I did type in antelope and it brought up black buck. So is black buck not antelope, or is antelope not black buck?
I don't know what black buck is, so I can't tell you. But
well, apparently it's antelope cervicapra, also known as Indian antelope, is an antelope found in India, Nepal, Pakistan. The black buck is the sole extant member of the genus Antelope.
Now this would be the North American antelope. Is in North America. And
America.
Lord have mercy. If that's what they're telling people. And then Jim Dockrell says pronghorn are antelope, aren't they? I'm not sure. Couldn't tell you, but I know there's antelope in the United States.
Maybe the antelope eloped.
Luanna says she went to Wikipedia and asked for a donation.
Yeah. I think this is donation month or something like that.
You know, I need to, when I'm going to be working on my webpage soon. It's on my list of things to do. I wanted to work on it over the winter. I think I'll set that up, and when people pull up my webpage, it just asks for a donation.
There you go. That's it.
And model it after Wikipedia.
Why not? Totally possible. And you might make a buck.
You never know.
Yeah.
Hey, every little bit helps. Speaking, I don't know what made me really think of that, but bucks, and I was thinking about postage and all that. I got, and now I'm not going to be able to find it. I got a new sticker today. There it is. I got a new channel sticker from Bob Lee's workshop today. There's Bob Lee's sticker. I've got it in my little envelope that's full of stickers over here. If you want to send me a channel sticker, let me know. I'll give you my address, and I can send you some of my stickers if you give me your address. I sent out a load of stickers last week to people in the Makers Media Network. And if you haven't been over to Makers Media Network, you need to go over there, makersmedianetwork.com, and check them out. I've got some merch in the shop. If you want some BrendaG's Designs merch, it's got my logo on it. You can go over there. Al, you got anything in the Makers Media Network shop there? Any?
I am part of the Makers Media Network. I've been kind of dragging everywhere though. I haven't really done much. I haven't been in the chats. As a member of Makers Media, you get to jump in the chat and talk to all the cool people and stuff.
Yeah, I haven't been in the chat either.
But it just everything's been crazy. And as you know, I was telling you, some of the medical things that were taking place around me. It's actually been going on for a while, and work. And I've got a big project that I'm working on. It's
You ever get that bed done?
It's almost done. It's almost done.
For those who don't know, Al's been working on this bed. It's a fort bed. It's got a bed up on top and then a little fort in the bottom of it. And it's for a little boy, isn't it?
Well, I'm not really certain. It's for a child, I would hope. But if not, that's okay. No judgments there. I can show a picture of where it's at. If is it
a twin size bed up on the top of it?
Yeah, it's a twin size bed up on top.
Yeah, he's been working on this for months. Get it
Can
up
I
here.
share it?
Sure. You put it up here. I'll share.
Since I know how to share now.
There you go. We'll get you trained.
Yeah. It is there, right there.
There it is.
There's actually a door right there. There's a window, a ladder to climb up, and I'm working on the loft right now, which is this part up here where the bed's going to be. This is just a twin version.
Yeah.
The plans, you can buy multiple plans for I guess a double or a twin, and this is the twin. So I think it's going to be really cool because they can have some playtime down here, and then time to go to bed and jump up there.
Yep. And there on the far end of it, on the left side of the picture, you could put a desk on there if you wanted to.
Sure, you could put a desk right there. Yes,
they could have a little
really
desk
on both sides. And depending on how big the room is, the back is pretty much the same thing as this.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
I would figure the back would go up against a wall.
Right. I would think so too.
But on the end, you could put a desk, and that way they'd have a place to do their homework and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Or inside, trick them. Here, I got your fort bed now. Go do your homework. Yeah. But I have to assemble this thing, probably clear coated or satin coated. I'm not certain yet. And then bolt it all up. I mean, unbolt it and take it, deliver it. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it apart right here, which will mean that the front will come off and the sides will come off, and they'll be pieces in themselves. Mm-hmm. So basically, it'll be 4 pieces plus the top rafters or the bed part of the loft. So, but anyway, let me stop sharing.
Okay.
There we go. We're back. But that's been consuming a lot of time.
Luana says that's cool looking. Cheryl got a she shed under the bed.
Is now live on twitch.tv.
Oh. Jim Bashir says it'd be hard to get your girlfriend to climb the ladder. Jeb Robinson said he could use a king size fort bed, but the big question would be, will Linda let me sleep in it? Oh, where's the torture chamber? He wants whips and chains. Jim,
what you do is you dig a hole up underneath it, and you put in a latch door or whatever, and then that's where they go.
I need to eventually have one of those put in here for the crawl space, one of those latch doors to go down into crawl space, because out on the outside, any access to the crawl space has been closed up. And I don't know that I like them on the outside of the house. You don't want varmints and stuff getting up underneath the house. So I need to have a trapdoor put someplace in the floor here to get down to the crawl space. But all that costs money, and I'm not willing to put out the dough to try to have that done just yet. When it becomes, one of these deals that, okay, somebody's got to get in the crawl space, how's that going to happen? Then I guess it's inevitable that I'll have to find the dough to get her done. Yeah,
I think Jim means probably the couch, Jeff, not the couch. Coke. Yeah, a bomb shelter or some type of air raid shelter would be nice. We have tornadoes and stuff around here,
we do
and
here.
although nothing much has happened lately, that would be something. No, I take that back. Last year there was an F4. Yeah, an F4 tornado. I take that back. Like 40 miles southeast of here. So
Back on Memorial Day weekend, there was 22 tornadoes that went past here, and they hit just over in Ohio, just miles from me, and tore up the countryside, tore up part of Dayton and Salina, really made a mess over in Ohio. But yeah, they went right over here, and it's not unheard of to have tornadoes up here. But my house doesn't have a basement. It's got a crawl space that you can't access. And people say, "Well, what are you gonna do if a tornado comes?" I said, "I'm gonna grab my ruby slippers and my dog and go looking for the wizard." That's what I'll be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I showed this on Russ's show the other night. That it's a little embellishment that I made for this heart-shaped box, and so that's one of the things I've been working on. I've been working on my rock album for the Maker's Rock. And Al, you want to tell people about the Maker's Rock because you know more about it. You
Maker's Rock is put on or sponsored. I guess it's not really a sponsored, but helped along from Awesome Wood Things, Matt Haas. And what it is you take the cover of an album and you reproduce it. And I believe this year it can be any album. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's any album. Matt's out there. Yeah. Matt could probably explain it a little bit better. But
any album this year.
And it's awesome because a lot of people do a lot of different types of albums and get very, very creative. You can use anything you want. But Maker's Rock is pretty cool. Hush, Bella does it. I'm not touching you, dog. So she's barking. And what you do then is you make a little video, you advertise it, you make the video, hush, and then you give it away to some lucky winner. Maker's Rock, and I think it's makersrock.com. I think makersrock.com. Pretty certain that it's that. Yes, it is. Makersrock.com.
What is the cutoff?
Album art collab. And basically the requirements are if you have a YouTube channel where you post your videos and things that you make in your workshop. Do you have a personal Facebook profile? We coordinate efforts on Facebook. Do you want to participate in the 2020 collaboration? If you answered yes to all these questions, read on. Anyway, go to makersrock.com for the rest
Matt,
of the
you could put the link in the chat. You got
it. Yes. There it is right there, Matt. I was getting to it. I did a Dark Side of the Moon album that some lucky lady won out there. And what I did is I made it out of, it was either Babinga or I can't remember the other wood, but I took my CNC and just etched the triangle and then stained it, glossed it over, and shipped it off. And the year before that, I did another Pink Floyd album and put a little blinking LED on it, and it was a lot of fun. They were all good, and that one ended up at Pam's Boxes. I can't remember the name of her channel. Over in Ireland, which was kind of cool. Somewhere over across the pond, and I apologize.
Yeah, I've been working on mine. You probably don't recognize those guys, do you?
Hey, that's John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd.
So I've still got a lot of work to do on it yet, but that's the rough side on it. So it's coming.
So are you telling us that the rock album stinks, Luana? Because the human nose can detect more than 1 trillion smells. Does it smell 1 trillion times? Oh Lord! Yeah, it was wood from a dead tree, Iris. It was.
Her saying that reminds me of Barn Rat put up on the Facebook a while ago, asking people, what's the worst smell that you've ever smelled?
Mine, I was at the hospital a little while ago, and not me. My mom was in the hospital, but there was not a good smell.
Well, I think the worst is skunk. If you're right up on skunk,
I don't know. I've smelled some
because that will
good
make
skunk.
That will make you sick. Oh Lord, it burns your head up.
Tannery is pretty bad. Yeah.
And Barn Rat put on there that he used to be in the pest business, where they go when they remove pests from people's homes and stuff.
Mhm.
Somebody had a raccoon that he got in their house, and he got in some cornmeal or something and ate a big bait, and then it got up in the ceiling, and they couldn't get it out of there. And so a couple weeks later, they called him up to get a dead varmint out of the ceiling. And it was that raccoon that he got up there, and it died up in the ceiling. And I guess when they go after these dead animals, they put Vicks Vapor Rub under their nose, with the vapors from the Vapor Rub kind of covers up the smell of whatever offensive thing that they're doing. And he said there was not enough Vicks Vapor Rub in the world to cover up the smell of that dead raccoon up there in the ceiling of that house.
I just saw this. I typed in what's the worst smell. These are the worst smells in the world according to science.
Okay.
Uranus. Recent research has pinned down the fact that the planet smells like rotten eggs.
Oh, you went a whole different direction with that.
I figured that would blow your mind.
I was going a whole other way. Irish Whiskey Paranormal's in the house. He says, the skunk I ran over and killed, it literally took my breath away and burned. It was worse than ammonia. Yeah, I've had to shoot them on the farm, and just trying to get rid of the body after you shoot one, because when you shoot them, they let go, and it just permeates all the air around it, and it just stinks so bad. And even after you've removed the carcass, you feel like you've got that on you, because the oil in the air around from where it cut loose just gets on you, whether you want it to or not. I mean, it's not like you've been sprayed, but you smell it. It gets in your nose, and even after you have changed your clothes, bathed yourself, and everything else, and you know that you don't have that scent on you, you still feel like you do, because it's in your nose. It's horrible.
Yeah. If it's oily, I wonder if it gets inside of you and it lingers inside you too. And
oh, well, Jim Bashir says, get a scope and quit complaining. Yeah, I was hitting him with a scope. You still have to get rid of the body. This is out on the farm. You got to get rid of it. It's out there in your barn. You can't have that thing laying there and rotting in your barn. You got to get it out of there. Jeff Robinson said that he has taught kids for 37 years, and he hates the smell of Rid from head lice. That stuff, that shampoo that you use on kids for head lice.
Yeah, the lice stuff, question mark. Oh, Jim's asking that.
Yeah. That's what
I think that is what he's saying, though.
Yeah, that's what Rid is. It's that stuff you use on kids to get the head lice off of them.
No. Come on, lay down right there, relax.
Luana Pierce says that human bodies give off a tiny amount of light that glows.
Ooh.
Well, that's the aura.
Yes. tiny amount of light that glows.
Your octopus does too.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Al, we've been on here for a little better than an hour. We probably need to cut this thing loose, and we'll see how Matt gets along with his shiny new Hooters this week.
Oh
and
my gosh.
back. We'll get to take a look at the finished product.
Oh my gosh.
Now you're gonna have to get a fork and gouge out your short-term memory.
Oh my gosh.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us this week. We hope you've had a good time with us. Send your get well wishes over there to Maddie Haas at Awesome Wood Things. Let's see what all he's got, like 50 channels now. I think he's got Piano Awesome, he's got All Things YouTube. I don't know. He's got
Awesome
so many
Wood Things.
Yeah, he got so many
Awesome
channels.
Fun Things.
Yeah, the Awesome Fun Things. That's one.
Awesome Things.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, wait.
Yeah.
That's the name of my new
I
channel.
think he's gonna come up with a new one. Says Awesome Maddie Haas. He don't have to worry about that Copa thing, because it ain't for kids. Oh, Jeff says that we need to stay on and eat dinner in front of him. I'm not even ready for dinner yet. I had a late lunch today, so it'll be a while before I eat.
I'm drinking my orange juice.
The goofy dog kept me up till 5 o'clock in the morning, so I got a late start today. Yeah. Jim Bashir's. I'm going to put that through.
I just let it go through.
Oh, yeah. AwesomeNewHooters.com.
Thank you, Luana. You're too kind.
Oh, well, hey, listen, y'all have a good week, and we'll see you back here next Thursday, with or without Matt and his new Hooters.
It'll probably be with Matt, guys.
Because Al's had all he can take tonight. We'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye, all.